All right, you're announcing today, as I understand it, a new PBS listing for a drug to deal with prostate cancer. Take us briefly through that.
Yeah, this is almost the 400th new listing or expanded listing on the PBS we've delivered, making sure that people get access to the world's best treatments at affordable prices. And we know prostate cancer is a real pressure on men in Australia. It's the most common cancer for men, the most common cancer diagnosed generally in the country, and still takes about 4,000 men's lives every single year in spite of really good survival rates. This drug we're listing today, Androga 10, provides support for men with quite serious prostate cancer, metastatic cancer that is resistant to castration, whether that's surgical castration or chemical castration, and provides relief in two ways, not just by battling the hormones that drive cancer growth, but also providing really significant support in terms of the symptoms and the side effects of this really difficult cancer. So instead of paying maybe $900 a script, from today, the 1st of February, those 2,000 or more Australian men will get this drug at just $25 a script, which is the same price back in 2004 medicines were, or if they're on a concession card as low as $7.
All right, I wanted to raise with you this case of Rosalia Schickberg, this Bondi shooting victim who Sky revealed last week had her name changed without her permission to Karen Jones after the shooting at Liverpool Hospital. The New South Wales government has apologised to her for the way this has been handled. What's your own view of the case and the way pseudonyms should be handled in such circumstances?
Yeah, I did read this case, and credit to Sky for reporting it. I had a good read of it. I haven't spoken to the New South Wales Health Minister. I'm seeing him over the next couple of weeks. But I've read a report that he intends to meet with this patient and talk through her experience and see whether there's some lessons that the New South Wales government can learn about these protocols. As I understand it, the issuing of aliases is a part of hospital operating systems where they think that will be important to protect patient safety. But obviously there are questions around the use of that protocol in this case that Ryan Park is keen to get to the bottom of, because we know that Jewish Australians in our healthcare system have been nervous about anti-Semitism in healthcare. That's why late last year I asked all health ministers to issue a directive to the professional regulator of doctors and nurses and other health professionals, really to lift their game in overseeing the healthcare system and making sure that Jewish Australians felt that they could get safe, high-quality healthcare without any sense of discrimination in the system. That was particularly important, obviously, after the awful case of those two Bankstown nurses that you'll remember, Andrew.
So Parliament resumes on Tuesday with the Nationals effectively on the backbench. How will it operate? Are all the Nationals shadow ministers to lose their salaries and staff? Will the Liberals have half the questions in question time now, say 4 or 5 out of 9 or 10?
Well, it's going to be a shambles on the other side of the Parliament. That's the only thing you can be sure of. I listened to your interview with Anne Ruston, who I'm sure would want to be spending all of her time trying to put pressure on me as my shadow in health and aged care and disabilities. Instead, she's spending all of her energy, frankly, trying to protect Susan Lee. I mean, I don't understand how Angus Taylor is still on the front bench. I mean, he is so obviously putting together a leadership challenge. He and James Patterson had that meeting really in the lead up to a funeral of one of their colleagues last week, and had the TV cameras there, or some cameras there. So it's all out in the open. There's a small opposition now of barely 28 members, and that is split right down the middle between Susan Lay's supporters and Angus Taylor's supporters. So frankly, how they're going to be able to pull all of that mess together to provide really the job that they have to do for the Australian people, which is to present an alternative in the Parliament to the government, is frankly beyond me.
Mark Butler, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.